Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Future Connected. In between the episodes I did what I said I would, and that is I defeated all the elements we needed to deliver the quest, and that's why we're back here at the settlement to deliver that sad quest.
Hey.
Oh, my little brother tells me the ether organism situation is under control now. It's thanks to you, isn't it? Thank you. Few pieces of equipment and 40,000 in cash. Its irregular spawning incident is only one of the many unexplained phenomena we've encountered here on the shoulder. All of us living here have to keep our wits about us if we want to preserve our peace. So true. Any new quests? No. Let's quickly change time just to make sure if there are not any new ones. No, I guess we're okay. So my next location, because I know where Volffs is, and I think I know how to get to this one. I did see a town over in that direction, so I want to check that out first. Because new town means possibly a new shop with new equipment. And new equipment might make us more resilient against enemy attacks. So never a bad thing. And of course talking to more people lets us learn more about what's going on the Bionis Shoulder, which is always a good thing. And I see another advantage. I see a crystal. More things we can work out with. And I did find a red deposit, which did indeed give us strength up, which of course I gave to Shulk. Did my eye just saw... Uh-oh. A quad wing. Alright. What I was about to say is, did my eye see a red glowing collectible? No, take it down. Because I was in the middle of a conversation. And that is never appreciated, being interrupted. Quality beak. Well, it's now our beak. The Blaybird. Alright. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Because we were actually going here in order to check out that ruin, or maybe a small village. I have no idea, but I think there was a quest there. Not a quiet moment, we don't have the personnel yet. Or not a requirement, of course. The Sky Bridge. It looks like we're not allowed inside. Maybe at some later date, maybe? I do see a quest marker here, so I definitely want to go there since I'm in the neighborhood. The question I do have is, do I need to be below here or do I need to go up the mountain? I reckon I need to go up the mountain, but since we are down here, let's check out what we can find. Because worst case scenario, we'll find another one of the favorites or a new collectible. Where are you? Jesus, you quad wings sure are aggressive, aren't you? Alright. Gotta be careful not to engage any other enemies close to us. Not that we can't handle it, but like we said, we are now in exploration mode, so that's what we want to focus on. And more quality beaks. Ooh, there it is, a little Nopon, Pororo.
Hey, me, what Pororo do? One Pororo is extremely not enough to collect. Me? Our friends may be travel persons. Oh, that's great. Pororo have requests that would be perfect for travel persons.
Could you go into more detail?
Nene admit. Nene also curious.
Then how about we ask them together?
Oh, Pororo come to Bionis Shoulder by flying with certain esteemed person in basket, attached to Terex. But there was big hole in basket and vital foodstuff that Pororo bring. It strewed all across land from sky high. Pororo admit was bit of careless on own side to not notice sooner, but when boss realizes, fly into terrible rage. Was crucial asset for sell-off in darkest hour. Time of crisis. Meh. Pororo go and pick back up now. That was the exact order. Stuff that end up scattered all over Bionis Shoulder is favorite of Pororo, so would love to gather up for sure. But Bionis Shoulder also full of terrible monsters wandering about. Pororo forced to reckon with own limitations. So extend ask to friends for help persons. Would friends mind gathering up Pororo favorites wherever find?
We have already been busy. 20 pieces? That's a lot. Nice amount of money, but would have loved to gain some experience from that.
Oh, plural thanks for agreeing. Well then, please come to inform Pororo whenever find more of Pororo's favorites. Pick up all of it is huge job, so Pororo give rewards on ongoing basis, in proportion to number found.
No problem, leave it to me.
With Mr. Shulk here, will be finished in quick snap.
Only because you've got my back, Nene. Alright, so we already got 5.
Meh, find some of Pororo's fave. Show Pororo, please. Meh. Friends found one of Pororo's favorite. Here is reward for Pororo. Not to use all at once.
Nostalgic ribbon. 1000 G.
Meh. Friends found 5 of Pororo favorites. Enjoy reward of Pororo at fullest aplomb.
More nostalgia equipment and 20,000. That's the cash I'm talking about.
There's still Pororo favorite to be found on Bionis Shoulder. Please to find score tiny paths and rocky nooks, and woody crannies and old gaps in between.
We definitely will. And now that we have that as a quest, that means we also get exclamation marks when we get closer, so it will be easier for us to find them as well. Looks like one of them is on top of that mountain, which of course at some point we will get there to explore. But I do think the equipment pieces we found might be from our darling Nopons. Alright, so that quest has been picked up. So I guess we can do 2 things. Exploration or continue on with the main story. And seeing as you Quadwing, oh, just get lost. Like I said, what we're doing, we are busy on the Ponspector hunts. And since I know where 2 of them are, I want to do some effort to keep on collecting them. Because that's what I said like 2 episodes ago already. Like the sooner we have them, the better it should technically be for our party. So I will give them priority as far as we can while moving on with the main story. So we know that one of them is right around the corner, slightly trapped in between a lot of strong enemies. So it's gonna be a bit of a challenge to get there, but as always, I am more than willing to try. Because I think once we get to Volffs, I do think we need to do some elimination in order to get her to join us. Because probably busy on surveying an area she shouldn't be surveying. You've got eyes, so you turn around. Thank you, monkey. This is not gonna be easy. I was afraid of that. Okay, follow me. Away from all the other enemies. Because I think if I fight you one at a time, should be doable for us. And I don't want to fight too many, because if it's part of a forest quest, I do still want them to be here. Quality pelt.
Volffs was able to Ponspect whole area without hitch. Again, the work of friends was much appreciated.
So all we needed to do was get here? Alright. I'll take it.
Incidentally, Volffs might have other teeny easy requests. It involves escorting Volffs personally to Chief 11. Chief 11 is chief of whole Ponspector squad, so the shoulder of Bionis is ripe for treasure picking. If they stick around long enough, Volffs could be rich beyond wildest dream. Ooh, Volffs can almost smell the fame. It not excite friends too. Believe Volffs it'll all become clear once friends hear straight from mouth of Chief. Okay, Volffs will keep friends company until able to meet Chief. Please treat Volffs in manner to which Volffs are accustomed.
And another one for the yellow team. We haven't found any red ones yet, so I'm hoping that would be one of the next ones. Since we're here, I do want to pick up this thing. There's no other, so let's see if we can sneak our way out of here. Oh, yeah, the collection of the favorites, I will use that as a slight exercise in between the episode of exploration. That might be a fun thing to do. Okay, for now we're gonna run for it, because our next location would be on top of the mountain we're just walking past. Because if my train of thought is correct, we're gonna find the next Ponspector on top of there, and another quiet moment. Both of which we definitely want to see. But if we interact with the quiet moments, just like in the main story, we'll get them in the list and we can check upon where they are the moment we get all the requirements. But we gotta be careful. The enemies here did look strong, but since the last time I was here, I did gain another level. Still yellow for us, but no eyes on it, so we should be able to just walk past it for now. There are a few eyes. Are we heading towards it? Well, we're at least heading towards one of the favorites, which is an added plus. Because technically speaking, I was here for the Ponspector. Good, 7 out of 20. I think at another 10 out of 20 we'll probably get another reward, which will be an even increased amount of money. So I will make some effort in finding these things. Alright, so where are you? I think we are one ridge too high. Maybe. Do you think we can survive that drop here? It does seem a bit high, doesn't it? You know what? Sometimes you gotta try a little to... a little... Well, we're still alive. Don't know if anything here, cause it feels like a platform you can only get from dropping off on top. Which in my term would have been the perfect location to hide some items and stuff. Wait, is that it? No, there's something different. Oh, I think it's a Ponspector we didn't get any information on. What luck. Well, we're here, we might as well go for it.
Yes? What now?
Qualified, certified, though patient is severely tried. Ponspector Hekasa is name serving, no length this game. But cannot certify in these conditions, if not have stakes not equipped to do job. Friends must hear lament of Hekasa.
Could you go into more detail?
Oh, in order for measure elevation of point, Hekasa drives stakes for use of markers. But when come back to finally measure, stake is missing, and this recurring issue starting to go beyond joke. And Hekasa double trip checked and securely driven in, so no blaming slip of mind or gust of wind or other such guff, capiche? Oh sorry, Hekasa just eager to get quota done. We'll watch from high ground so friends acquaintance to put the stake back in?
Sure.
Ah, see stake with red top on left bank of lake. That one all fine. Problem is elsewhere. Keep up. There's tree on bank that neighbor banks with stake in. Please plant stake in area under tree.
No problem. Leave it to me. Alright, I reckon this is gonna be one of those quests that we need to go back and forth a couple of times. Which is fine, we can do that. So where is the first one? Down there. Well, that will be easy to get to. Just jump. And of course, if I need to walk all the way back up, I will make sure to do it, and you can just enjoy the spoils of my exploration. But if it wants to measure heights, we need at least 3 points, right, to successfully determine what the difference between it is. So one on high, one on low, or one in the middle. So if we place this, where would the next one be? I guess this is the place. Right, test the stake planted. Do we now need to go back? Return to Hakasa. Alright. Then I guess I will see you once I get back up there. This is gonna be a little bit of a walk. Alright, that took a little bit longer than I expected because I made one slight misstep and I fell down the entirety of the mountain, breaking all of my legs. But eventually we did get back up here. Let's hope one spike is enough.
Yes? What now?
Ah, Hakasa saw. First wing witness to crime. Turking face make off with stake. What is big idea, huh? No respect for honest labor. This reprehensible class warfare. Ugh, too much nurse for Hakasa. Need to take 5. Hakasa have no option but to outsource job to friends. Friends generous. We hear request without paperwork, Friends will bash up bird brain oppressor and reclaim means of surveying. Feathered scrap run off in direction of companion cape. Friends pursue post haste.
There's gonna be a lot of back and forth. Okay, where do you want us to go? Oh, that's not too bad. So we just have to be careful not to get attacked by the bird monster flying through these skies here up these mountains, cause... Oh wait, are you leading me elsewhere? Okay, always trust in the end trail. If it leads you somewhere you don't think it was gonna lead to, still correct yourself and follow it, because it knows where it wants to be. That's a lot higher than I want it to be. There are Hodes. And they're all looking in my direction. I can't defeat them, they're just too high at the current time. Let's change the time of day. Sometimes that helps a little bit with where enemies are. Nope. Not this time. So I reckon we need to shelve this quest for now, or are we gonna be creative? Because I do see a ledge where I normally walk on. You know what? Let's try to think outside of the box. We should be able to get past it, right? The only thing is, the Tarkans that we need to defeat, are they of the same level? Or is this just a natural barrier to prevent us from getting there? Maybe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk up the mountain until we get past those Hodes. Then I'm gonna drop down behind them and see if I can get to the location where the Tarkans are, so I can see what kind of level they have. Because if they're too high, then there's nothing to do than to wait until we have the appropriate level. But if they are a little bit close to what we are now, I definitely will try it. There they are. This might work. Not the worst idea I ever had. Not the smartest idea too. Because these big boys, they cannot drop down the mountain. I hope. Okay, careful. Oh god, no. What killed me? They're not strong enough to kill me that quickly. Did the big old monster that we tagged still manage to get an attack in from a distance? Maybe, but it does seem that you need to go through a high level area in order to get to level 67 Tarkans, which we know we can defeat. So I'm gonna leave that one for in between the episodes. That way I can just mess around a little bit with getting around the high level monsters without attracting them and landing in the area where the Tarkan are. Kill all those 15 Tarkans there. And then show you how we pick up the rod and return that to Hekasa. So for now, we'll put this on hold for the beginning of the next episode. As because I do believe full-heartedly that we can do that. It just takes a little bit of planning. Alright. That was an unknown Ponspector, which I will truly believe that if we do the one that is officially on the map that we know of, that will probably be the one he will give us an indicator to. So we already prepped it. Yeah. And like I said before, hopefully you all don't mind me going so fully into the whole Ponspector thing. But I think in the end it will benefit us all also when we continue on with the main story bit. But I do promise once we get to the main story bit, we'll be doing a lot of it straight. Ooh, that's a big boy. And it's reasonably close to what level we have. So. No, that's too much. That's too much. Alright, that's better. Alright, so where are you in this dangerous location? We need to go under the mountain again. So I'm thinking we might just need to rush towards it. And yes, those monsters are keen to pressure. So too much sound and they will attack. This was also the reason why they got out of the ground when I got too close. Yes. Abaisi Dorsum. Well, at least a war point that's a little bit closer in getting here. Ooh, crystal. We'll get that crystal soon. I promise.
Ah, qualified, certified, bold and center justified. Ponspector 5 is the name. Surveying new lands is game. Surveying? Pfft, 5 take care of that ages ago. Now 5 is busy looking with detailed breakdown of local ecosystem. Meh? Should be prioritizing actual work? But 5 will be done soon. Only 52 per species more to document. Ah, how about it? If friends can solve brain teaser of 5 will finish up research and resume duties. Riddles are like game and hobby rolled into one complex analogy. Life's too short not to play metagame. Listen well. 5 need things as follow. I drift, I dig, not so big. I sink, I rise, but where are my eyes?
Collect an item that drifts, digs, but has no eyes. Can I cheese it by just seeing where we need to be for it? Doesn't look like it, does it? Ah, oh wait, do I already have it? And that's why it doesn't mark it.
Oh, you brought Skymold to Fifa. Oh, such darling little claw paws. Yes, indeed, Skymold is going to make excellent research specimen. Now then, here is final riddle of Fifa. What monster have color of harmless plant, but is highly ferocious? Find such creature and defeat Fifa will be watching closely, from right here. So make sure friends really defeat creature, because Fifa can smell liar from miles away. Oh, friends go then. Fifa will be observing.
Ah, so how many do we need to defeat for that? High ferocity eye enemy with the color of a plant. So just a green monster with reasonably high levels. And it looks like there is a lot of them down there. But where is down there? Ah, alright. So I think this would be the easiest way to get there. Let's see, well, let's pick one along the edge, so there are not a lot of other enemies around it. So we pick the one that we already defeated once before. It's not cheating, it's planning ahead.
Everyone, let's go! They meet the master
Come on, yes. Nowadays.
Kino plus sidekicks are non-defeatable. That feel like run of column milk.
Is it enough? Yes, quest updated, alright. Let's see if this is actually at the same level or if this puts up all the way on top. No. Same location. Good. That wasn't too bad. It was approximately around my own level, so more than suitable to be defeated.
Ah, Fifa watched spectacular takedown of Green Ferris. Fifa was standing right here, but was with friends in spirit. Also gained tremendous insight into ecology of Ferris. Scientific breakthrough or two is sure to be on the horizon. But as promised, Fifa will return to her duties now. But wait, single 9 a second. This is not time for daily dillies. Fifa has pressing question for Chief 11. Before Fifa get here, Archaeology Center raided by unknown assailant. It seemed that some kind of memo went missing, and Fifa have strong sneaking suspicion of culprit identity. Fifa found Chief not far from scene of crime, looking for extremely shifty-eyed. Awfully suspicious, if friend asked Fifa. It don't matter that Chief is Chief. Criminals must get servings of comeuppance. We'll get to the bottom of this, Fifa swear.
I can feel the power.
And then another blue team member joins the game. So we have one blue member, one yellow member to add, and then we have 2 full groups and none of the red team. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're halfway there already.
Meh, where can another find Ponspectors? Fifa make precisely one educated guess. Friends should try looking there.
Alright. So the one that I'm already using is not part of her recommended prospector list. It looks like she only added 1, which is further ahead towards the story part, which in all honesty I can totally see why the game would do that, because you do tend to dilly-dally along while on this Ponspector quest, and I actually kind of like doing stuff like that. But it seems the game wants us to go ahead. So, like I said, the Ponspector one that we already opened up, I will play around with that in between episodes and start the next one with once we did defeat all the Tarkans, because I think that's absolutely possible. And for now, I think we'll just have to continue on with the main one. There is one thing, however, here in the area that I do want to check out before we move on forward, and that's that monumental pillar that I see over there. Because it screams to be looked at. After that we'll go into the temple and continue on with the story mission. At least for a little bit. Because like I said, once I prepared the Ponspector quest with the Tarkans, next time, we'll definitely continue with that one. Severus Council, yeah, I knew this was gonna be a warp point. Yeah, so now I'm just making the map a little bit more complete right here. Perfect. And we can also look around on this side, because I know we need to go through the mountain, but doesn't mean there is nothing to be explored in the outer surroundings. Would we get to the other side of the cave if we go all the way around? Would it lead us to the same location? I wonder. I don't know why, but for today I am so much in exploration mode. We just have to be careful that we don't wander off into an area with enemies we are not supposed to meet. Could this possibly... Yes, this might possibly take us towards the Ponspector. Careful. Oh crap. Oh, it's not too strong, we can take it.
Winning just come natural to Kino. Have to practice that one once Nene get back.
Alright. I'm gonna go a little bit further ahead. We've gone so far, we might as well go the whole way. Ooh, that's a big birdie. Ooh, a barrier. That really got my curiosity piqued over there. Is it like an end of the world type thing, or a part we cannot cross because the story? Ooh, wait. That's still in my ballpark. It does look like that has a gate, and that there is a town or a shop right beyond it. The question is, will we be allowed to pass, or, like I said, is that bound to the story maybe? Grendel Ramparts. The gates are closed and there's nobody here to ask, so I'm not thinking we're not allowed to be here just yet. But can you tell you one thing? I have a sneaking suspicion that a Ponspector might be close by. And then we can continue on by unlocking more Ponspectors. Oh, careful. Ah, goddammit.
Let's focus our efforts.
If no others come out of the ground, I can definitely be able to take one. And then we'll see how far the Ponspector is off in this place. Because there's of course a chance that he's behind the temple and not in this area.
We win.
Never give up. There is his Hereupon way. Did Nene knock us up?
Right, another favorite collected. Ah, this looks like another entrance into the mountain. Or is it not another entrance, but just another exit? interesting monsters. Electoculus. And a gem. Ooh! What the hell is that? Cyclonic Ugana. It's big, it's higher leveled. I'm scared. I will be back later. Alright, so I'm guessing the Ponspector is above. Alright, so we have some interesting knowledge gained from here. There's a big boss type creature here that we need a few more extra levels in order to take charge of it. We have a gate we can't cross yet. And a lot of appropriately leveled enemies. Alright. I'm guessing it's time to take a few steps into the plaza. I postponed it long enough with my hunt of the Ponspectors. There is a lot of extra creatures about to come out if I attack that big thing. One more level. Alright. So I just try to lead them away from any bigger groups, so defeating them would be a lot easier for us. Also known as divide and conquer.
Kino plus psychics are non-defeatable. Nene need more.
I want a fancy chest. I haven't seen any one of those yet. Alright, we are one level higher. So I'm guessing it's a little bit outside and then back into it. Ooh, that's imposing. It looks like a bunch of ribs we're walking through. Okay, that startled me a little bit. I'm guessing the monsters we're seeing is in the cave underneath. I know that those bridges will get us towards that teleportation that is said to lead us towards Alcamoth. Jingle quartering, yeah. Yeah, let's focus on the big one, because I think the little squirrels here on the ground will not give us any trouble once Mr. Big Bird is gone. Come on, these are just level 62s. Nothing you guys should be worried about. Alright. 3 chests. Alright, not bad. Alright, let's see if there's anything interesting around here. It does seem like the Ponspector is on an entirely different plateau, but how do we get there then? I guess that's something for us to discover in between the episodes, I reckon. I think for now, let's continue moving forward. See what we can find and see what's there. Ooh, I see a red gem in the distance. We haven't found a lot of those, so definitely want to go for it if I can. Hero Nipper. Definitely something I don't have yet. At least nothing that pops to mind. Yeah, I think it would be a good place to end the episode if we're on that island with the giant teleporting station. That way, once we're done with all the Ponspectors in this area, we can just warp over there and continue the main story, heading straight into Alcamoth. But like I said, the bigger party we have to support us, the easier it's gonna be for us over there. Ooh, that's a lot of collectibles. I will not leave them behind. It's really hard to see what the Ponspectors actually do in the fight, but I just have to assume that it's better with them than without them. Steal. Ooh, in a quiet moment. Needed an active party. That's not a problem.
Ah, Shulk.
Did something catch your eye? Wow. What a view. It's nice to see the capital like this.
Being able to see it from here, it's enough to make me tense up. In all honesty, it's making me consider my position and standing.
I see.
My brethren, who transformed into Telethia back then, and those who survived, feeling the sadness that seeped into this land. And then, my father and brother's expectations, calling me the hope of the High Entia. I must be an Empress worthy of taking on that mantle. But I don't know how. Much as I hate to admit it, I have not been able to find the right answer yet.
Melia.
Shulk, you of all people must surely understand. You who secured a future for all of us in that decisive battle.
You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about what my visions were.
Oh?
The future that Zanza wanted. That was certainly one of the things I saw. But we fought to deny that future. And in doing so, forged our own path. That's part of it too. But now that I can no longer see them, I find myself doubting. Were we really, actually determining our own fate all along?
Well, it's a good question. But look, you have saved me more times than I can count. That did not come about because of your visions. You used your own judgment, and you chose to act, did you not? And thanks to that, I believe I've grown as an individual as well. I hardly think I said anything funny.
I'm sorry. You're right. I want my actions to have meaning too. Not to craft Zanza's future, nor defy him and bend the world to a future of our design, but to give the freedom to choose. To all beings that call this world home.
Freedom to choose, huh? What would my father and brother wish for? I wonder.
We can hope for the same
I don't think you need
thing.
mystic visions to work that out. They just want you to be happy, right?
gloom is no match for you, Shulk. It's just as you say. To become the hope of the High Entia is a fate I choose for myself. Those were the words Father imparted to me. There is no need to fear. That is how my brother encouraged me. I've been so impatient and homesick. I nearly forgot those most important words. I can hear Father lecturing me even now, chiding me for my foolishness. I give you my thanks, Shulk.
It's nothing.
To lack clear-cut answers is hardly a sin, but a sin it would be to cease searching for those answers altogether. For the High Entia who live on in this land. Nay, not only the High Entia. For the sake of all the people of this world, that they may decide the future as equals. That is the vision I choose to guide me. That is the future I wish for.
Lies in line with Shulk's
If anyone
idea,
could
so
make it
yeah,
happen,
why not?
It's you. But I won't lie to you. The road ahead will be long and arduous. I hope you won't mind me lending a hand. After all, that's the future I want too.
Shulk. Indeed, it'll be my pleasure.
Yes, together, as friends, they can do this. Alright, a really nice little quiet moment. But let's make our way forward just a little bit more. Bingo, that's the one thing I wanted at least. Okay, so we do have a favorite here. Alright, I'm guessing the scene will progress as soon as we enter the building. So let's go to the side and pick up the favorite. So we have that ready for next time. Ooh, it's a hoverstone. Not what I expected. There was another collectible piece right on top of the other one. Cheeky, very cheeky. Well, I'm gonna leave that other favorite all the way on top because it's right where the quest main story is gonna continue. So once we're done with the Ponspector quests that we have open, we can easily go back and continue with the main story because we have now a teleportation all the way over to this big old monument that is rumored to lead us to Alcamoth. But that's gonna be for another episode. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we try to finish off some more Ponspectors. See you then. Bye bye.